Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. And the first thing I'm going to say today is, as you can tell from Banner, the announcement zebra being present, it's a special day. We're having announcements and also thank you. So the main thing is thank you. I have hit and surpassed 400 subscribers thanks to all of you. Couldn't have done it without you subscribers. And also, with all your interest from, if you're not a subscriber, but you check these out, then maybe you might want to think about subscribing. If not, whatever, but I'm just grateful for all of you, and thank you for coming and checking these videos out, and I'm happy that you enjoy them. So, as a present for this, so first a couple announcements. They're not really, that urgently announcements. Basically just yay, 400 subscribers, thank you so much. And also, later on, after I do this video, I'm doing another video that I will release today also, which is finally going to be with the alpha beta runes, which I will talk about when I do the video, but it's very exciting and I'm looking forward to it. Something I've been working on for many years, although not obviously at the same time, like all the time. Anyway, we'll get to that. Today we're talking about the Elder Futhark, because I have had questions about the Elder Futhark and how to learn them. So I have a few things that I'm going to relay. So here is the Elder Futhark in Futhark order. One of the things that I will always recommend is to learn them and to learn them in order, to internalize them and to learn them in order. How do we know the order that they are in? Because there was a stone found, I think it was in Iceland. Oh my gosh, I should have come prepared with the actual fact, but it's the stone, it's the KYLVER stone. And I didn't know whether to pronounce this as Kylver or Kielver. And I asked one of my friends who lives sort of in that region of the world, and I said, how would you pronounce this? And she said Culver. So I'm like, okay, that wasn't even on my list. But anyway, that stone, KYLVER stone, was discovered, and underneath it, somebody had practiced writing the Futhark, like you would practice writing the alphabet. And so, because that's basically what it is, it's an alphabet. It was used for writing. We don't have much evidence of this, of the Elder Futhark in writing. Mostly what we have is the Younger Futhark, probably because most of it was written on things like wood, which have degraded. But anyway, here it is, the Elder Futhark. We know actually quite a lot about it based on, well, first of all, the order. If you look at the Culver stone or the Culver stone, you will see you'll see it in a specific order. There are a couple of them that are switched, and some of them look a little bit different. So Vila, for example, looks like a squiggle, and Ingvaz mostly, like the more traditional way of doing Ingvaz is without the ears and feet, where it's just like a diamond shape. It's fine. You can use this. You can read it without it. I know that purists like to make fun of people who read it off of this. It's like, well, here's the thing about reading runes or anything that is a divination source. It's a way that you're finding a language with which the universe can communicate with you. So, because the universe is communicating with you all the time. It's just that you don't recognize the things that it's communicating with you with. So when you get something like this, especially when you internalize it, this gives the universe something that it can give you messages with. Hooray! It also, of course, opens up to, the natural way of things is sort of like this chaotic tumble of, random seeming things. Once you introduce that sort of thing for divination, then you're sort of in tune with that and can tune into that. So I actually have some notes. So yes, I definitely recommend, if you're going to learn the runes, if you're interested in learning the runes with the Elder Futhark, to learn the basics first. Just basically learn them in order and learn the basic meanings to start with. There are only 20, I was going to say 25, but the blank rune is a recent addition. So there's only 24. You can learn it in 25 days. I will throw this in because it's useful. Basically, what you do, you basically want to, first of all, you want to learn them in Futhark. I'm going round and round in circles. I'm so excited. You want to learn them in Futhark order. because it's a good idea to put them in Futhark order from time to time. Why? 3 reasons. 1, 3 reasons. It's to, one, the most practical reason to do it is you'll know right away if one of them is missing. 2, when you've been doing a lot of rune readings, putting them in Futhark order resets them. Now, whether this is actually resetting the runes themselves or resetting your mindset around the runes that you're working with, that's up for discussion. However, either way, it does seem to work. So to know that. And 3, there is a method of reading the runes where you throw down the runes in this shape, like in this format, and then whatever rune landed on the spot for whichever rune it is, like let's say if I shuffled them and then like randomly put them out, and then like Othala ended up on the Fehu thing, then I would know that things that have to do with wealth and worth and money have to do with my home. So that kind of thing. There was another reason. Oh, this is so exciting. So you can assign them to your knuckles. And then you don't need a rune set. This is fun. So if you go like Fehu Urus Thurizas Ansus Raido Kaunas Gebo Vunyo Hagalas Nauthis Isa Yira Ivas Perthos Algis Sovilo Tivas Berkana Evas Manas Lagus Ingvas Dagas Othala, then you can just have your hands out with you if you have all your knuckles. I'm so sorry if you don't, and I feel terrible now. And then you can sort of randomly, if you don't have runes, you can randomly ask a question and feel which one of them tingles. Because that'll like give you an on-the-go answer if you can't pull a rune bag out. But why are you traveling around without a rune bag? But anyway, yes, you definitely have to, you definitely want to internalize them. And you can do them like one a day, basically. The example that I use is if you don't, it's kind of like trying to read a book without knowing what, with having to, if you still have it where it's like a pick one and look it up thing, you're not going to be able to get very far. It's like, okay, so imagine if you had to look up every word when you were reading a story. So you go like, okay, first words in the story is like once upon a time. Okay, so like once, and then you go to the dictionary and you look up once and it says one time. You go, okay, you go back to the story. Upon, okay, you go to the dictionary, you go look up upon. On top of, okay, one time on top of. Okay, dictionary. A, first letter of the alphabet. Okay, one time on top of the first letter of the alphabet, and you'd give up. You would never even get to the princess. You definitely want to internalize these, and here's how you can do it. First of all, get something where you have it in Futhark order with the basic meanings. Basically, and I'm going to run you through these right now. Fehu, wealth and worth and cattle. Urus, the aurochs, strength and health. Thurizas, it's the thorn, the giant of the gateway, it's a challenge. Ansus, communication, manifestation. Raido, riding, the journey. Kaunas, the torch or fire. Gebo, a gift. A gift is always an exchange, so it's agreements, decisions, goals, and plans. Vunyo, joy, that's the first 8. Hagalaz, or Hagal, hailstorm, chaos, weather, things that are out of your control. Nauthis, need. Isa, it's the need fire, by the way. Isa, ice, standstill. Yira, harvest and time. Ivaz, the yew tree, patience, slow growth, slow development, step by step. Pertho, the lot box, surprises and fate. Algis, the elk, otherwise known as the moose, it's support and protection. Sovilo, the sun, that's the second 8. Tivaz, Tears rune. Tears, the warrior god, has to do with tending duties and responsibilities. Berkana, birch tree, birth and beginnings. Evaz, the horse, movement and spirit. Manas, humanity and your part in it. Lagus, water, all the watery stuff, emotion, intuition, and heart. Ingvaz, Ing, another name for Frey, the fertility god, active creation. Dagas, breaking of the day, revelation, illumination. Othala, the home and the homeland, and the blank rune, which is a recent addition, otherwise known as the weird. It's, it's like the unknown, the divine, things like that. Take it one at a time. Day 1, just take Fehu with you. like write it down on a piece of paper, carry it with you, and just throughout the day, whenever you think of it, think Fehu, wealth and worth, cattle. The next day, Uruz with you, but don't just think Uruz, think Fehu, wealth and worth, cattle. Uruz, wild ox, strength and health. Day 3, you bring Thurizaz with you somehow. Thurizaz, it's the thorn, the giant, the gateway, challenge. But you also go Fehu, wealth and worth, Uruz, wild ox, the aurochs, strength and health, Thurizaz, the thorn, the giant, the gateway, challenge. Do this every day for a month, accumulating them. You will learn them in order. You will learn the basics. And once you have the basics of each one of them, then you can play with it. You can play with them, and they will teach you. That's one of the cool things about it. What was the other thing I was going to say? Yeah, so just have that. What was the other thing? I'm just going to check my notes quickly. I didn't want to forget anything, and I'm going to forget like all these things. Is there a song? There is not a song. You can make up a song. Heilung does a song. Well, it's the first track on the second track on their in Madyan, I think it's called, on their Lifa album, and there's a part in that where they are chanting the Futhark over and over, and it's awesome. But Heilung is awesome anyway. If you want just a basic, run through of the runes that is fascinating, that gives you the basic sounds and meanings in order, you want to check out Jackson Crawford's video. It's called, oh my gosh, what's it called? The Names of the Runes, Elder Futhark. And it's basically, it will give you that, and it's a very enjoyable video. Jackson Crawford's great. He poo-poos it being used for divination, but that's okay, we still love him. You will find a lot of books that give it out of order. Those are fine, but I don't recommend learning the runes from them. Once you've read the other books and learn them in order, then you can go back to those. Then they'll help you. What is the other thing? I'm just quickly checking my notes because reversals. Reversals are generally inner. Sometimes they're more of. Nauthiz, for example, is more of. Nauthiz is need, but when it's reversed, it's like drop everything and tend this need. It can also mean inner when it's reversed. And there are a number of runes that do not have reversals. So there's that. I'm just quickly scanning in my last couple minutes that I wanted to spend on this. Yeah, so that's basically what you need. Enjoy. I think it's something that anybody can really pick up and learn, and it's definitely helps you to have a language with which the universe can communicate with you. And you'll find once you internalize them, you will see them around as you're walking around, and suddenly you'll see Tivaz looking at you, and you'll be like, okay, on we go. Time to take care of things. So there we go. I will hopefully remember other things later on. But anyway, thank you again for 400 subscribers. Amazing. You're all amazing. And 400 plus subscribers actually this morning when I looked. So thank you again so much. And on we go. I wish you a lovely day or evening, and take care always. See you soon. Bye.